Hi and welcome to Cakes and Conversations, and today we're going to learn how to make the famous Texas honey butter biscuits. This recipe and this video would be saved on my IGTV and it can be viewed later too. So let's just begin. I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to quickly start with the recipe. Okay, I'll just start and I'll read out the recipe. Of course, I cannot flip it. This is honey butter biscuits. So it makes 5 or 6 in this batch. It's a very small batch, so it's easy to try it out as soon as possible. And trust me, they are very tasty. These are eggless. And the second thing is, I don't know why it's known as biscuits. I think maybe because it's been consumed like a cider or with tea and coffee. But they are kind of a bready texture. It's usually served with Texas chicken here in Dubai, along with the fried chicken and all those stuff. So many people think that this is with eggs, but no, this is an eggless recipe. So I'm here to show you how simple it is. I think you really guys have to try this. And it only takes few ingredients. Everything is there in the pantry at home, you know. So this doesn't really require anything for you to go out and do a grocery shopping or something like that. So I'll just start. Okay, first we need milk, which is every ingredient here is at room temperature except the butter. The butter has to be very cold and chill. So this is directly from the fridge. Okay, so we are taking room temperature milk, which is 70 grams. Okay, and I am mixing 1 teaspoon of vinegar to this because I need buttermilk. You can use the shop Laban or buttermilk that you get in the supermarkets, but I did not have anything handy right now, so I'm just using the old school method of mixing the milk and the vinegar. Okay, if you don't have vinegar at home, this is just plain white vinegar. If you do not have vinegar at home, then I'd suggest use lemon juice. Okay, keep that aside. Then we have to mix in all the dry ingredients, which is 125 grams of maida. That's the all-purpose flour. I'm using salt. I've added 2 pinches of salt. Okay, then I'm adding 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm adding around 13 to 14 grams of granulated sugar, which is a normal sugar. Here we get this granulated sugar like very fine. So you can also use castor sugar depending on what's available. You can use a normal granulated sugar, which is thick, but the sugar quantity is 13 to 14 grams. Okay, this is how simple it is. Just mix all your ingredients except the butter. We will not mix the butter. We will mix the butter now. It's a very cold butter and we need to mix it by hand. It has to be like a bread, like a sandy texture. And the reason we are doing this is because when cold butter is added to any flour, it creates those small little balls. Balls in the sense, like, you know, butter will stick to the flour, so it will create that small sandy texture, and that is what gives you the flakiness in this particular biscuit or a bread kind of a recipe. This is also, I think, known as southern buttermilk biscuits because it has buttermilk and this is what they use. It's a kind of a texture of like scones if you've ever eaten. So just that it's a little sweeter on the side. So scones you can fill with you can cut in center, you fill with clotted cream and fruit jam or anything. But this one you will not fill it. It's just been eaten like that only with honey glaze and tea and coffee. Okay, so I think that's the only difference. So this butter will create small pockets, and that's how you can even grate the butter to it. How we do it for a short bread or a short crust pastry. Break the butter. So butter, oh yes, I did not tell. Butter is 57 grams butter. It's cold butter, chilled butter directly from the fridge, 57 grams. I will, once I save this video to my IGTV, I will write down the ingredients also in the comment section. I mean in the description section. If you use a beater, it may take less time, but I am not using any beater or anything because I think that this is something very simple, one whip, one bowl kind of a recipe. You don't need any fancy or special tools with it. So that is the only reason I'm just showing it without the beater. Because I assume that there are many people who still want to try this and they might not have any fancy equipments at home, or they might be too lazy to connect any fancy equipments. So anything, I mean, you really don't need it. Unsalted butter, yes. If you're using salted butter, please avoid the salt in it. So if you see how sandy texture it's created, this method is also known as reverse creaming method. Many people follow this for making cakes also. A normal creaming method is like you have to cream butter and sugar, but the reverse creaming method is mixing butter with the dry ingredients. Okay, so that is the difference between a normal creaming and a reverse creaming method, even for cake baking. Okay, so now I'm just going and preheating my oven. My buttermilk is ready. If you see, it's already curdled. See, it's already curdled. Okay, my buttermilk is ready. I just want to go ahead and preheat my oven at 230 degrees centigrade. That's 230 degrees Celsius. So I'm just going to go and preheat that. And then we'll just mix the buttermilk in this and form the cookies. I've already preheated my oven to 230 degrees. After we finish making these cookies or the biscuits, basically not cookies but biscuits, I will be baking them for around 13 to 15 minutes. That's how simple this recipe is. I hope you guys try it today itself. It is a wet dough. It is not very kind of a cookie dough. The best thing about this is you don't have to really chill the dough and roll it, and you don't need fancy equipments, as I told you. This is just a one drop kind of biscuit. Of course guys, make sure your hands are clean and all when you do with hands. If you don't like it, I believe love is in the hands, so I just like to do it. But if you don't like it, please use a spoon or a spatula, whatever you feel like. If you have an ice cream scoop, please use that to scoop it out. I'm using spoons because I also assume that if you don't have an ice cream scoop, how would you do it? Okay. This is just a normal tray that's been lined with parchment. I think I need a bigger size, because in Texas it's a little medium in size. It's not so small, it's not so big. I think this is okay. We don't need to chill the dough, we don't need to do anything, we just directly bake them. The size that I'm taking, I think I will just get only 5 out of 5 biscuits, I guess. 5 biscuits. These don't really expand or rise too much. So even if they are a little near, it's just fine. And don't worry about the shape to be very perfect, because they are not. They don't have to be rolled out. It's not round. They are like that. If anyone has tried this biscuits in Texas chicken, they would know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's how quick it is. Now, before putting to bake, I will be adding, just brushing the butter very lightly, putting it to bake. This will be, as I told you, baked at 230 degrees for like 13 to 15 minutes. Very gently you put the butter. Just dab some butter to it. It already has butter, but we still need some nice glaze on the top. Okay. For the glaze, this is 25 grams of butter. The melted butter is 25 grams and 25 grams of honey. So I will be adding honey to this now, but that glaze is after the baking. Before baking, we just brush the butter very lightly on top of these, not much. So I'm just going to go and put this in the oven for like next 15 minutes. Once they're out, we are going to glaze them with the honey butter glaze. Okay, so we're just going to make a honey butter glaze now. So I'm going to put 25 grams of honey to this, the same butter batch that I had. Any honey that you use. And don't worry, these biscuits are not very sweet, honestly, because we did not add a lot of sugar to it. The recipe had only 14 grams of sugar. And this is just glaze, so they are kind of a salty sweet biscuits. Like they're not really very sweet. They taste really yum. Anything with butter, oh my god, they taste really yum. Glaze has to be prepared and brushed warm, I mean on the warm biscuits, and this also has to be kind of warm. So just 5 minutes before my oven gets off, I will go and microwave this. I'm not tried with sugar free, but I think I have only erythritol. I think that's the only sugar. I'm pronouncing it wrong maybe, but that is the only sugar that I have which says it is 0 calories and 0 GI and all those things, because that's the only sugar that I use for my parents, because my parents are diabetic. I have not tried it with that, but I think it would work because it's just exactly like sugar. So I think yes. And you can, yes, I think you can try that. I'm not sure if you can make this with brown sugar. It will work, but I'm not sure if it works with jaggery too. But I've not tried grated jaggery, but you guys can. So it will be a good input for me to make them and try them with alternate. Apart from maida, I think you can use wheat flour also, but wheat flour, since it's a little heavy, so just try to sieve it like 4 or 5 times to make it a bit lighter. That's how you will get this rise and flakiness in the recipe. I have to melt the glaze also, so I'm just ready with my honey butter glaze. That's the very famous ones. You can use this honey butter glaze in anything else also. So I think you can use it in cakes, tea cakes, or any of the biscuits that you bake, it is definitely gonna work, because honey and butter both are a very great combination and it tastes really good. So you can use it on your tea cakes, mini bun cakes, you can use it on anything. And the biscuits are done. I'll just show them to you. So I have microwaved my glaze too. Okay, so those are my buttermilk biscuits. I'm just spacing them out a bit, and if you want a very, they look actually like this, like uneven. If you really want a very plain look or something, so please roll it, okay, or scoop it with a ice cream scooper. Since this is with the spoon, so that is why they are very uneven. With the ice cream scooper also it may be uneven, but not too much. I have microwaved my butter and the honey glaze, and since they are warm, I'm just gonna glaze it over them. If you see, they have like that golden finish, like the golden texture. So I got this after 20 minutes of baking. And that's how you really get them in Texas. I'll just put it on a very good platter. I'll just show you how the texture is. It's good to be eaten warm and hot. If you're storing that in the fridge, just warm it up a little bit in the microwave before consuming, because they really taste very good. So this is gonna have this kind of a bready, flaky kind of a texture. Okay, so I just hope you enjoyed this recipe. Do make this, tag me, and let me know how it is. So I think we are done with this very simple recipe. Stay tuned and stay followed for any updates. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and thank you so much for coming live with me. I'll be saving this video on my IGTV. Thank you so much.